We're gonna get this Betta bowl set up now. I got this little table here that I refinished from my grandpa's house, and it is not level because I have a concrete floor down here in the basement and it's not level. I don't know what to tell you. So I got these shims and I'm getting it leveled up. Got a floating foot here, so I'm gonna slide this one shim underneath. Just one. That's a lot more sturdy. And we'll set the level up here. Looks pretty good. Leaning maybe one side just a hair. I think we're pretty good. So now the bowl's level, the water won't be spilling to one side or the other. And the table's level too, obviously. But now I need to get this bowl cleaned up. It's just pretty filthy. So I'm gonna get some just regular tap water and scrub it down, let it dry. Now that she's all cleaned up and shiny, it is ready for substrate and decor. I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate this yet, so I'm going to have to look at what I have available and figure it out from there. Here I have my cedar chest that I have all my aquarium stuff inside. I have some chunks of coral, chunks of limestone, some different bits of wood, apple wood, hawthorn, and some substrates, some gravel, sand, and some aquarium soil. So this is all left over from making my 29-gallon tank. I went a little overboard trying to buy decorations and stuff, so I have plenty left over to keep making tanks. Alright, I went to Petco because I know I needed a filter for this tank. The one I had was a little bit too big. I actually got this at Elmer's. It's a local fish store. It's the closest one to me. It's actually about a half an hour away, but it's the closest non-big box store aquarium supplier. And I got this little filter. So this is going to be my bowl filter. Should work. I got the air pump as well right there. And I got a little 50-watt heater. This heater came from Petco because I stopped at Petco because Elmer's didn't have everything I needed. But I got this 50-watt heater for 5 gallons. So I think that's about what the tank is. And then I got this light. Here it is. I got this Aqueon planted aquarium clip-on light. So this can do all on or blue on or all off. So hopefully I can use this as a night light as well, because I don't like to leave the aquarium actually go black. I prefer to have some type of light on. But I think this will attach right to the lip of the bowl, since this isn't a real aquarium. It's just a glass bowl that I'm using as an aquarium. But either way, I think I got everything I needed. I also got this steel hang on the side thermometer, just below 70 in the room. But as you can see, I also couldn't help myself. I had to get some living things. In the first bag here, I got 2 little pots of pearl weed that I'm going to use as the ground cover here. And then I got some hornwort that I'm going to use as the centerpiece. I've decided that I'm going to do a planted aquarium. Well, of course I was going to plant it, but I'm going to plant this aquarium And I'm not going to put any hardscape in it. I'm just gonna, since it's so small, I'm going to leave as much free swimming space as possible. I'm going to put some aqua soil in here. I'm going to cap it off with gravel, maybe some sand around the edge, and then I'll plant it, and that'll be good. Throw the sponge filter in, and I'll let it cycle before I get a betta fish. But since I wanted to let it cycle, I got some ghost shrimp. I got, I think, 6 ghost shrimp, hopefully are in there. And then I also got, can't really see, 4 shabunkin, which is a variety of goldfish. That's not for this tank, obviously, but that's, I had to grab them. I got the shrimp for the cycling process to help with creating some ammonia for the bacteria to break down and get it started before I get a fish in there. I think that's all I need. I'm ready to start putting in some substrate and decorations. While I decorate the tank, I am going to take this sponge filter that I'm going to use and put it in my 29-gallon aquarium. This is just going to help soak up any of the good bacteria that's already in the water, and it's just good to get your sponge filter nice and wet before you use it. Here is the finished layout. Just a nice black ring with some gray stone. Simple. I think I like it. Get something in there with as much room as possible to swim around. Now for the equipment. There we go. I got the little heater in there, got the light clipped on, nice and sturdy, and then I got the air pump down below. The air pump actually didn't come with any air tubing, so I'm gonna have to pick up some air tubing because I don't think I have any 5/16 tubing. Came with 2 check valves but no tubing to put it on, so I can't actually get my bubbler going. Well, let the sponge soak in the aquarium, 29-gallon, a little bit longer then. But I am still going to get some water in this bowl because I want to get those shrimp in there, and I might even put the shabunkin in there until I get their tub ready too. So got to get water in there. Okay, got my garden hose running to the basement again. I'm going to fill the tank up. I put this little container in there so it can overflow the container and gently, hopefully gently fill up the aquarium. I'm going to come in here with my net, scoop up any of the floating debris that I can capture. Some of that's just sand floating that'll, once it gets wet, it'll settle back down. But I want to get all the floating debris I can, and then I'll be treating it. This is what I'm going to be using. Now we're going to get things planted. I'm going to use my long tweezers. When the tank is cycled, and I'll bring it back when the tank is cycled, and I'll bring it back with a Betta. Here is my simple Betta bowl. Got my grandpa's table, grandma's bowl, and a planted tank. Got the sand ring around the outside, the gray gravel capping off the aqua soil. Got a hornwort there in the middle, and it's surrounded by a bunch of pearlweed that should fill in pretty nicely. Probably gonna have to trim this up just to make it look a little prettier, but what I wanted was a lot of swimming space. Small, so keeping it simple. I'm gonna go ahead and plop the ghost shrimp in now. Just the bag, so they can start getting acclimated. Here they are, all 6 ghost shrimp. And they're gonna help me with the cycling process. I don't have a ton of waste really, but I don't want to put anything else in there, and I wanted more ghost shrimp for my 29-gallon tank. So what I'm doing is using this tank as, sorry, I'm just looking at these shrimp, and they look pregnant. They look like they have eggs in them. That one does. That one looks like eggs. One back there looks like eggs. I don't know. But I'm going to use this tank as a quarantine tank for the ghost shrimp before I put them into the 29-gallon tank, community tank I have, and move a Betta into this one.